In this video, I'm going to teach you a very easy trading strategy, guys. This one is actually one of my favorite trading strategies. It's going to work for you amazingly only if you execute it right and learn everything that I'm going to teach you in this video. So I recommend the 4-hour time frame and the daily time frame for this strategy, but you can go on a lower time frame like 1 hour as well, but I would not recommend it. All right, so this one is really simple. Okay, so let's assume that we are on a 4-hour time frame, right? And this candle closes, right? So this candle right here, it closed, and then you want the other candle to close. Now the second candle that closes must not be bigger than the previous candle, including the wicks. Okay, so the second candle must not be bigger than the first candle, the previous candle that closed, right? So you can see that the candle closed here and the high of this candle is not bigger than the high of the previous candle, and the low of this candle is not lower than the low of this previous candle. So you can see it is between this candle, right? Once you have identified, once you wait for the candle to close, what you want to do is you want to mark out the high of this candle, right? And you want to mark out the low of this candle, all right? And once you have marked these and the candle has closed, you want to drop down. If you're on a 4-hour time frame, you want to drop down to the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so now the price action is going to look like this. Okay, it's gonna look like something like this. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to wait for price to fake out above this level, or it could fake out below this level. All right, and once it fakes out, let's assume it fakes out to the downside, right? It takes out the sell side liquidity here. You want to wait for price to go back, right? When it goes back, you want to take your entry on the retest of this level. You take your entry here and target the next level, which is here, right? So you target this level and you put your stop loss right below here, and you target the buy side liquidity, right? It's very simple and it works like I want you guys to backtest this and then comment down below. You're gonna be shocked. Okay, so you can see that first of all, the very first rule is that we need to mark out the high and the low of the second candle, which is shorter than the previous candle. All right, this candle does not have a high that is bigger than the previous candle or a low that is lower than the previous candle. So you can see it is in between the first candle right here. And you wait for candle close. When the candle closes, you want to drop down to the 5-minute time frame if you are on a 4-hour time frame. So you mark this candle on a 4-hour time frame. Once the candle closes on a 4-hour time frame, you want to mark the high and low, and then you want to drop down to the 5-minute time frame. You wait for a fake out, and you want to wait for body close. Okay, you will not consider wicks. If price wicks and goes back up, no, this is not right. You want to wait for a close of candle, and you want to see a momentum. When price comes back up, you want to see a momentum. Okay, and if a price has momentum, you want to enter at the retest. It's really quite that simple, guys. So let's assume that we had a price, right, and it faked out to the upside. It took out the buy side liquidity first. You want to wait for price to come back below with a little momentum, and then you want to enter on the retest and you target the sell side liquidity, which is around here. It's quite simple, guys, and you want to put your stop loss right above here, okay, and you want to target the sell side. So it's quite simple. I'm going to give you guys a few examples and then it's going to be clear to you. All right, guys, so here is example number 1. Of course, this is hindsight, but when you're going to backtest this, you're going to be shocked, right? So as you can see, I'm on the 4-hour time frame, and you can see that this candle is the first candle, right? And this candle, it closed, right? And it is not bigger than the previous candle, as I have explained before. So this candle closed. Now what you want to do is you want to mark out the high and the low of this candle, right? And then you want to drop down to the 5-minute time frame. So you can see that price is now ranging. Now you want to wait for a fake out in either of these directions. Okay, so let's see. Now you can see price only wicked, so we do not consider this. And now as you can see that price the body of the candle closed above this level. So now what we want to do is we want to take our entry from the retest of this level. You want to put our stop loss right above this high, and you want to target this level here, which is of course sell side liquidity. So if I put it here, so now we have our entry. Our stop loss is only 5.2 pips. So let's see how this plays out. And boom, there you go, guys. If we didn't have our stop loss here and we had our stop loss here, you would have gotten stopped out. But our stop loss is very protective, and I have back tested this hundreds of times, okay? And I know that this is the best place for your stop loss. And as you can see, guys, this was a simple 6.47 risk to reward trade, and it really works, guys. I just simply need you to, before even commenting, I need you to back test this, and once you perfect this, it's gonna work like a charm for you. So I'm gonna give you guys another example, and it's gonna be clear to you, crystal clear. Yeah. All right, guys, this is example number 2, and for this example, I'm on a daily time frame. So you can see that this candle was shorter than the previous candle. It was not bigger than the previous candle. And price, yes, it took out the sell side liquidity and the buy side liquidity here, and then the candle closed, and then we have the second candle again. This candle closed, and this candle is again shorter than the previous candle. It is not bigger than the previous candle. The high of this candle is not bigger than the previous high, the previous candle's highs, and the low of this candle is not lower, or you could say bigger than the previous candle. So we simply mark out the high and the low of this candle, and then for the daily time frame, you want to drop down to the hourly time frame, 1 hour time frame, okay? And then you want to wait for a fake out, a breakout, you could say, in either of these directions. So let's see. So we have a fake out, and now you can see we went above this level. But the thing is, I want to see a few more candles. There's no momentum above this area, as I've said before, as I've explained before. You want to wait for price to, you can see that we would not enter here because only a partial of this body, the candle of this body, closed above this level. I want to see at least 1 or 2 candles with momentum. All right, so you can see, even though if we entered here and put our stop loss here, it would still have give you a win. But I'm gonna teach you what I mean by this. Or you could have entered here and put your stop loss here, and this would have been fine both ways. But let's see. Now you can see that there is momentum, okay? So now what I can do is I can go for a long when price comes back, and I can put my stop loss right below this low. And I target, once again, this level. So let's see how this plays out. We got our entry, and you can see the precision of this entry. And if I play this through, we hit our take profit level. This was a 2.76, but if you took your entry on the very first level, which is right here, and you put your stop loss right below this low, right, this would have been a almost 1 to 2. But you can see the power of this strategy. I'm going to give you guys another example, and then I'll end the video. All right, guys, so here is example number 3. And I am again on a daily time frame. I really like the daily time frame, guys, because personally it works really well for me, but it can work on the 4-hour time frame and 1-hour time frame as well. But I would not recommend going below 4-hour time frame, guys. Please do not go below 4-hour time frame. Yeah, you can go to the hourly time frame once you have mastered this strategy, but otherwise just stick to the daily time frame or 4-hour time frame. So now you can see that we have the first candle, right? And we have the second candle. Now the second candle is not bigger than the previous candle. The high of the second candle is not bigger than the high of the first candle, my apologies. And the low of the second candle is not bigger or lower, you could say, than the low of the first candle. I really hope it cleared everything. So once the candle closes, you want to mark out the high of the candle, and you want to mark out the low of the candle. Once you do that, you want to go back to the 1-hour time frame and you want to wait for a fake out in any of the directions, right? So you wait, and do we have a candle close? Yes, we do, as you can see. we have a candle close here. So now we want to wait for price to go up with a little momentum. And wow, this is a good, decent enough momentum. Okay, this is perfect. So now we can look for an entry on the retest of this level, and we can put our stop loss right below this level, and we target the buy side liquidity, which would be 5.5 risk to reward. And we got our entry here. Let's see how price reacts. Wow, this is insane, guys. In just 2 candles, in only 2 candles, we hit our take profit level. This is absolutely insane. And I'm telling you guys, whatever I teach on this channel is not a joke. It works because I have back tested these strategies like hundreds of times, okay? And I know it works. So if you want to learn more strategies, you can purchase my course. I'm going to teach you a lot of stuff on YouTube. But anyways, guys, I hope you did like this strategy, and I want you guys to backtest this and let me know in the comments if it works for you as well. And do not share this with a lot of people, because if a lot of people start using this strategy, it might not work. But let's say if this video gets around 100k views, I'm gonna delete this video. I'm just joking, guys. Come on. All right, guys, see you, and goodbye.